Banco! It's bingo!
Hey guys, the end of the year is around the corner, but this also means a month is ending and the new month is starting. And on every first of the month there is bingo starting on Hypixel Skyblock. But how to progress through that? How does it even work? What do you get from doing it? Those questions will be answered in this video, so you should be an expert in bingo afterwards. But before we dive into today's video, if you haven't done already, feel free to subscribe to the channel, as we have 50 subs off 3k, and hitting that by the end of the year would be amazing. Also, 90% of you aren't subscribed yet. If all of you would do so, we would achieve YouTube rank in no time. No pressure, of course. Anyways, let's start with the video. I will start off with general bingo tips and tricks, how it works, things I always do to progress fast, and general things that work nearly every time. Afterwards, I will talk about the current bingo card for the upcoming bingo event and how I will approach it. First things first, bingo is happening on a new profile, which gets deleted after the bingo ends. So no matter how progressed you are on your main profile, you have to start at 0 on bingo. The rules are the same as for Ironman, so no auction house, no bazaar, and no player trading. But you also don't have a gem shop, so you can't get booster cookies, for example, on a bingo profile. Whenever there is a bingo about to happen, the bingo NPC spawns 72 hours before it starts. You can find it in front of the community center, it's hard to miss it. Alternatively, you can run the command /bingo to open up the bingo menu. If clicking on the golden apple, you can join a bingo profile once it's started. By clicking on the paper, you can check out the current bingo card. Once the goal is completed, it turns green. But as said earlier, we will get to the current bingo card in the second section of this video. Next up, the redstone torch. If you hover over it, you can see the perks your bingo rank unlocks. The higher it is, the more perks you have and the easier new bingos will be. But what even is a bingo rank and how to upgrade it? To answer this question, we have to check out the emerald, which is the bingo shop. In here you can buy different items for bingo points. You get bingo points by finishing tasks from a bingo. In my opinion, there are only a handful of useful things in the bingo shop. If you plan on playing F or M7 for an extended period of time, it's useful to get the spring boots. These allow you to charge and jump very high afterwards, making it very easy to get the crystals in these floors. Also in the last row, next to the sell item hopper, you can upgrade your bingo rank for points. The ranks cost 50, 100, 150 and 200 bingo points respectively. Besides the perks you get from higher ranks, you can only buy certain items when having a specific bingo rank. As of the recording of this video, it is still possible to use the items even if you don't have the required rank to buy it. I don't know if that's getting patched in the future. The last useful item in the shop is the bingo talisman and its upgrades, all the way up to the bingo relic. There have been rumors on even higher rarity will release somewhat soon, so you might want to grind bingo points for that. My personal opinion is you shouldn't get the bingo accessory from the shop unless you are game mod text. But at the end of the day, it's up to you. Now that we talked about the bingo menu and what to get from it, we can talk about how to start off a bingo. Click on the golden apple within the bingo menu and you create a new bingo profile. Once it's loaded, you want to go to the hub by using /hub. One thing you always want to look out for are splashes. If you don't know what splashes are, let me give you a quick side note. There has been a time existing in Skyblock when the God Potion item hasn't existed yet. People still wanted to have the buffs from the potions, but there was one issue. You only could have 3 effects active at the same time. At least that has been the case if you drank the potions. It turned out, if someone else splashed potions on you, there was no limit on how many potions you can have active at the same time. So people started to professionalize this, as they do with everything. You would have one splasher, and as many people as possible receiving the splash. Since coins were worth way more back then, people also started to monetize the whole procedure, letting the players pay a small fee for taking part in the splash, so they get their costs back and also a bit of a profit. Long story short, and about 3 years into the future, splashes aren't required anymore for the normal player. But on bingo it's unreasonable to get the potions by yourself. It's too much effort to get all of the needed resources all of the time just for yourself. So people brought back splashes for bingo, and since coins became way easier to acquire, nearly all of the splashes are for free. You can donate to the splashers, they would be happy about it. But it's not required. For example, I am donating all of my wisp potions to them, since they are needed for splashes, but can only be acquired by doing Blaze Slayer, which is something I am doing a lot recently. Stay tuned for the video about it. There's also AlexxOffi, an NPC introduced by Hypixel, which gets you some basic potion effects, if you can't take place in a splash. The potions get better with higher bingo levels, but they are still not getting close to the power of splashes. Anyways, back to the topic. To look out for splashes, there are especially 2 discords which proved themselves worth it in the past, Bingo Brewers and Bingo Splash Community. I will provide links to join in the description. If a splasher is about to splash, they will post the hub in which it will happen, into the channel. Now you have to be fast. A lobby only holds for 80 people, but hundreds of players want to attend in a splash, especially early on into the bingo. Once you got into the lobby, you will be splashed with all the effects you need, and we can finally talk about how to progress in the bingo. The first thing I'm always doing is to farm wheat in the hub. You get your first few coins of it, as well as some farming and taming XP, you unlock some collections and get Skyblock XP off that. Oh yeah, also a quick side note, when playing bingo, you will have a bingo pet in your pets menu. Its perks also depend on your bingo rank. Especially early on in the bingo, you should level it up, as the perks provide you valuable buffs. Now that I got some wheat done, I buy a rookie hoe of the farming merchant, head over to the barn and the mushroom desert. Here I farm some mushrooms to unlock the mushroom armor. Especially in the early game, it's a very powerful armor set at night. Now that we have the basic armor, there are two main goals I'm doing in every bingo. Unlock the dwarven mines and unlock the end. In most bingos you have to get into the crystal hollows anyways, so you need the dwarven mines. The End Island provides you with pretty much the best early game weapon, the Void Sword, and also the Ender Armor, which gets you through all of bingo. I usually start off with unlocking the dwarven mines. I get to why in a bit. To unlock it you need mining 12 and also 10 of 3 enchanted variants of mining items. This might sound confusing, but let me explain. To get mining 12, the best thing you can do is farm sand in the mushroom desert. To do so, get a golden shovel and enchant it with efficiency at the enchanter in the hub if you want to. To get some XP early on, you either need an alt account or a friend to splash you with some XP bottles. If you don't have friends, you can buy up to 10 stacks of experience bottles from the librarian each day. When having a splash applied, you don't need any efficiency on it at all. Once you unlock mining 12, you now need the enchanted items. You need 3 different types. My suggestion is to get 10 enchanted redstone, 10 enchanted lapis and 10 enchanted coal, as these are the fastest to unlock. For redstone and lapis, just mine it in the deep caverns, until you've got 10 enchanted of each. For coal, mine until you unlock the recipe and buy the rest from the mining merchant. If you now talk to Riz at the bottom of the deep caverns, he unlocks the dwarven mines for you. In here do your daily commissions to get the extra Heart of the Mountain XP and work towards unlocking the crystal hollows. Next up we want to unlock the Ant Island. To get there you need combat level 12. You can get that by getting a pickaxe and killing ice walkers in the dwarven mines. An alternative to that is crypt ghouls in the hub. It's less contested, but you get less XP if you can farm ice walkers properly. Eventually you will hit combat 12 from this, so you can join the Ant Island. Talk to the adventurer waiting for you at the entrance. He challenges you to kill 5 endermen. With the stuff you already have, it should only take you a few hits to take down an enderman, so 5 isn't really a challenge. Once you kill 5 and talk to him again, he offers to sell you a Void Sword for 200k coins. Usually you should have enough coins by grinding the skills earlier and doing the mining commissions. If you don't have enough coins, get some from relics in the spider's den. Once you have the Void Sword, enchant it as much as possible. Now you should be able to kill the 4.5k HP enderman at the top layer of the Ant Island. Get yourself an ender armor by killing them, also start mining ender nodes. You might also know them as shiny blocks. These are endstone or obsidian blocks releasing purple particles. If you mine them with a pickaxe, you get some items, for example Grand or Titanic XP bottles, but also endstone and obsidian, which count towards the collection. You also have a chance to spawn nest endermites. If you kill them, they can drop Might Gel, which sells for 2k coins each, as well as enchanted endstone, boosting your endstone collection significantly. Now just run around, kill enderman and mine ender nodes, until you're happy with the amount of coins you've gotten. The rest of the grind depends on the goals of the bingo, but these are the steps I'm doing every time. Now we go through the upcoming bingo event, and how I will work my way through it. The first goal you will unlock is to reach 200 speed, as you get this by participating in the splash. Also visiting 7 unique islands is kinda self-explanatory, and can be done very fast. Next up, work your way towards the things we talked about earlier. You should get the 250 HP goal with the mushroom armor if you enchant it with Grove, and take part in the enchanting community goal by enchanting your gear. Multiple goals can be done in the end this time. You can participate in the community goal, you get a Titanic XP bottle from mining ender nodes, same goes for endstone collection. You also get some of the 15k kills from enderman. If you got enough coins and want to speed up the process, you can kill mobs in the spider's den instead. Also the goal of 140 strength can be obtained by using the Void Sword and the ender armor. Bestiary Milestone 3 should be kinda free on the way while working towards other goals. Take some of the ender pearls you got from the enderman and look for the 28 relics in the spider's den. To make it easier for you to find them, use sky tilts and the relic function, so you get waypoints for them. By killing some mobs, you also level up your combat skill even further, unlocking combat 15 to join a dungeon. Get a friend who plays tank so you don't die while fighting the lost adventurer. Also don't forget about your mining dailies, so you unlock crystal hollows without too much effort. While you are in the dwarven mines, kill 25 goblins during your raid. To make it easier, you can kill the goblins in the far reserve. In hollows, there are also multiple goals you can complete. Look out for chests in the goblin area, as you get mithril powder and goblin eggs, as well as some wishing compasses. You need 25k mithril powder for one goal, you need to spawn a golden goblin by throwing eggs for another goal, and you need to find Baal for a third goal. If you are lucky, Baal already has been done in the lobby. While it's dead, you can collect the crystal without doing anything. If it's not done, I would either ask a friend to kill it, or switch lobbies until you find a lobby in which it's done. Get enchanting level 10 within the first day, so you can do experiments. You need to find a pair in one of those. The earlier you try it, the more chances you have. If you just want the participation in the pet community goal, you can start hunting an animal at /warp trapper and hope for it to die by itself, if you don't want to actively look for it. For the 15 unique armor sets, get the 5 vanilla armors you can buy chainmail from the iron merchant in the gold mine. There are also a few armors from farming collections, which are pretty easy to get. You get mushroom and ender anyways. Filling the missing sets with buying armors from Rosetta. You get the coins for that from grinding in the end. Now that we have the easy goals out of the way, let's talk about the more complicated ones. To get the carrot goal done, unlock the garden and do some early progression, until you unlock carrots as an option. Get the first carrots from the carrot cave in the mountain and get an advanced gardening hoe for 25 copper from the Sky Mart. The hoe has replenish on it, which makes it way easier to expand your carrots. Now farm carrots and repaste the plot until it's fully pasted. Now farm carrots until you get a collection of 250k. When going for the 22 accessories, the emerald ring will be one of those. Listing all of these suggested accessories would be too much. I will link the bingo guide from Bingo Brewers in the description. Lastly, for the Dark Oak collection, you have 3 options. You can either run around in the park and get Dark Oak, you can put down minions, but they are very slow, so I don't know if it will work in time, or you can take a bit of a cheesy and lazy approach. You can also grind for a jungle axe and build the foraging farm I showcased in my derpy video. Or you can unlock some minion slots and use the semi-AFK foraging method I showcased in my foraging video. No matter which strat you are going for, you will get foraging 10 on the way anyways. And that should conclude the list. Big thanks to all of the splashers providing us with free splashes and guides. Also thank you to Indigo Polecat specifically, always answering my questions. And now have fun grinding, and I see you in the next one.